Okay, it is... Oh my god, there's a girl in a store pointing her cell phone my direction! Is she taking a picture of me? She raped me, she ruined my life! Okay, so, sorry, I gotta do the sarcasm because the things that are being done to my life are so obnoxious and ridiculous, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so, she's a public nuisance. She needs to be hunted and killed with worldwide support. Okay, so, right, you get the idea. Doesn't make any sense. It's just someone's hate and rage towards me. Okay, so, what is this red? Oh, that's from that. Okay, so it is Saturday, October 19th, I think, 2019. We're doing a video blog. Once again, I kind of just have sporadic random notes. I just jotted down really fast. Just random thoughts about different aspects of my life that people are constantly mad about, and lashing out in anger and rage at me, which has now been going on for 42 years, and then they obviously turn it around. Well, Kevin doesn't fucking know you, so how do you know me, and how have you been given this information with the rest of the planet that you're angry at me for things that aren't remotely close to true? You shouldn't know, you shouldn't have the propaganda, whatever. So, hence, my rebuttal is to talk about the truth. And people get mad, especially in the judicial system, that I talk about the truth and the reality and what's been done to my life with this scam, like don't play victim. Just turn into Superman and pull continents out of the dirt and throw them in space. I don't know, right? Well, this is reality here. And reality is when someone launches a 42-year mobbing to eradicate you and try to get reactions to lock you in cages, jail cells, mental institutions out of someone's obsession, hate, rage, and anger for no reason, not that there could be a reason, then I think it's pretty appropriate to have a counter-argument about their endless, hourly changing lies to the world, right? No one would tell you that's wrong unless they have an agenda to hunt you, kill you, eradicate you, lock you in cages, saying, you're not allowed to use your mouth. You don't talk. And if you talk, you're crazy. And we're going to eradicate you and put you in a mental institution. And if you're not crazy, we're going to put you in a jail cell. Well, the bottom line is, I have been wronged. There's been the worldwide mobbings ramped up against me since 5 years old. The specifics of 42 years of lies, smears, defamation, slander, anger and rage to eradicate my kind, as they say, has to be talked about. And people need to address it like it is. Not say, Kevin, this is for you. Well, it's not for me. It's for someone else because I don't like it. I don't like it. I've addressed that everything the world has been told is lies. And so the hows and whys and who's doing it and who built this terror, torture, extermination system around me, these are the real important questions, because what if you're next? I mean, what if you're next? You think, oh, hey, I'm in the U.S. and I'm protected by the Constitution. This is the best place in the world. You think that you can't be next? You don't think that if this is happening to someone like me, it can easily happen to any of you guys? You don't think that that's the case? You just think that I'm a bad person because someone doesn't like one of the very few off-color jokes I ever said in my life, like a one-time hiccup, right? Let me tell you something. All my friends are saying mean things all day and night, 24/7, and nobody could care less. And everyone I know says mean things from time to time, and nobody could care less. Yet if Kevin Perlman once in his life farts wrong, there's a worldwide campaign to kill him. I'm sorry, but I can assure any of you that you could easily be next based on what's being done to me and these government, NSA level, I'm just going to call them flagging and kill systems. They're not about anything. They're about profiling. I think you're the next Ted Bundy, so we're going to hunt you down and eradicate you with worldwide support. That's what this is about. I think you're the next Vegas shooter. I think you're the next Unabomber. Well, people are allowed to think what they want, but once you start throwing actions behind that, well, now you got a big problem. Because if people are allowed to hunt down and kill people when they're not. If people were allowed to hunt down and kill people when they were insecure about other people, everyone would be dead. Okay, so what's being done in my life is unacceptable. Why these people can't see that? Well, I guess they're just filled with so much bullshit about me for 42 years that they actually believe the drama, the reinforced drama about me, which is strange because any sane, rational person would be like, what they're doing to Kevin Perlman is wrong. Okay, so let's go through the notes. The notes. Remember, I'm a violent, paranoid schizo, so you shouldn't listen to anything I say. And then that label will change in 10 minutes. Okay, so what's in my notes? Trying to make me think I did something wrong when I was a young child, or even now, and forced me into mental institutions to like forget about it. To accept it. I'm supposed to accept my fate of being hunted and exterminating because I'm supposed to believe that I'm a bad person. But that's not what my note was about. Let me formulate my note here. I don't exactly know what I meant here, but let me sort of divert into some similar topics. Trying to make me think my justification is my demise is justified. Well, Kevin, you did this, so we're gonna lock you away. But I didn't do that. Well, now Kevin, you did that, so we're gonna lock you away. But I didn't do that. Well, Kevin, now you did this next thing, so we're gonna lock you away. Well, I didn't do that. Well, Kevin, hopefully after 100,000 of these accusations, maybe we'll find something that we can kind of sort of make Kevin think he's a bad person, right? To break my self-esteem or break me knowing who I am. We want to break that, right? So that we brainwash you into thinking you're a bad person and if you did something wrong or you're crazy, to make me think that I deserve to be locked away in jail cells or mental institutions. I think that's kind of what I was saying, and these things start at a very young child, and I didn't know what was going on until 29, but they're trying to sort of give me a psychotic break. That's a better way of putting it. Now they started in on me. I noticed this was going on at 29 with Rody Morales and my family, and therapists like Susan Donner paid off to make up bunk bullshit labels and work with waitresses and people from restaurants to hunt down stock, try to torture, and also make up lies or get coerced false confessions, try to get coerced false confessions from me, while saying weird things that didn't make sense, like when I say, the devil's in the details, you need to understand the specifics, and her saying, no, that's not how it goes, the angel's in the details. Then she starts working in on me, trying to get confessions that I'm harassing waitresses. Okay? You get the idea. Susan Donner was paid off to eradicate me with bullshit lies and bunk labels. Now remember that these are private conversations anyways. So the fact that she was trying to twist and contort and release conversations, they were trying to disseminate conversations by streaming audio off my cell phone, all sorts. They were still are using every tactic known to man to try to make me look crazy. But it doesn't matter how sane I am and how sane my arguments are. They have an agenda, so they don't care. They're paid off. Okay. She was also working on the whole religious scams with Eric Christensen, who wanted me to read the book Job when I was 21 at Southern Oregon State College. Working with Eric Christensen and Sherry Christensen, sent after me to come from Diamond Dorm over to Emerald Hall and both stalk me at the same time. Okay. People pretending to be... I'm sort of going to try to rush through these, maybe. People pretending to be crazy. Did I talk about this last time? I think I did. But it should really be reinforced. People coming in my life pretending to be crazy to try to make it look like I relate to them and guilt by association. Yeah, I did talk about this, but this is a little reinforcement. Okay, people pretending to be crazy to try to come in my life to get me to relate to them by guilt by association, or you relate to that crazy person. And then my notes are a little jumbly. You have a problem too. That's actually my mother stating at 29. You have a problem too. Number 2, I guess, literally. I don't fucking know. Because they do all the twos, the cars in twos, and the mimics in twos, the look-alike people, the freaky look-alike things they're doing with look-alikes and all that freaky things. But that note got jumbled. People pretending to be crazy. I discussed this on my last entry with the guy working with Tom Farley. Kevin sees aliens, or talks to aliens. Bullshit, just fabricated by Tom Farley, given out to the entire planet. Tom Farley also saying that I think all people are stupid. So you understand where Tom Farley's coming from since 8 years old. He's a lying psychotic. And paid off, I'm sure. Okay, so the other day's conversation was the guy following me in the Black Eclipse, same car as mine, telling me, playing the mind games and laughing at me, and then telling me that using the we, like he's the same as me, like he's my twin, telling me that he talks to aliens, and then me going like, I'm done with this conversation, I'm walking away, I don't have time for this bullshit. And then what was the other one? There was a second, there's always in twos. Oh, the devil, the black guy giving me religious paperwork, trying to convert me into believing in the Illuminati shit, right? That these people that are stalking me, these groups that are stalking me, aren't people. They're zombie devils that have all been possessed. It's evil. It's the devil and it's evil. Well, I'm not going to take some guy preaching about evil devil Illuminati bullshit. I'm talking about angry people here. Angry people that have been given it information and are pissed off at me, and they're acting out and lashing out in 42 years of anger and rage at me. Despite Seymour's conversation saying that I'm somehow lashing out at them, I totally missed something here, because I'm being as nice as can be to every person on the planet, and each one wants me dead and gone, and then it's I don't know you. Well, they have to have been told something. Okay, so that was all within 24 hours. There was another thing with a girl named Nico coming after me with pretending I want to get into photography with you. I want you to get into photography with me type of bullshit. Pretending that she sees germs in the air and all this bullshit. And at the same time, another guy follows me to El Pollo Loco. Another guy follows me to El Pollo Loco, pretending that, I don't remember, his argument was, oh, are you Kevin Perlman? And I have the same problem because, well, being a drug addict, I see flying hamburgers. I don't fucking know, right? And then after this, people following me around, spitting on me, saying I'm crazy, and things like that, while groups of people follow me around with the psychological terror tactics going, Kevin's crazy. Well, let me tell you something. If I'm crazy, you don't need to follow me around in mass groups taking turns in anger and rage. If you follow me around in mass groups taking turns on me in anger and rage saying Kevin's crazy, then you're not mad that I'm crazy. You're mad that I have information that you don't want me talking about, right? Okay, so that was a while back, but they came in twos again, right? Now these pairs of twos were going to try to make Kevin look crazy. Apparently have been coming into my life since 5 years old. Trying to make me look crazy, and this is a shitload more than pairs of twos. It's literally a planet full of people, and almost every person I've been in contact with since 5 years old what did my mother mean at 29 when she said, my past caught up with me, hinting that I need to leave the country. My father said I know what I did, but won't tell me because people can lie. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because then I'm not allowed to defend myself. And my father with Mike Huntley also told me, you're not allowed to defend yourself, showing his psychotic, murdering, child molesting, child abusing behaviors. Okay? Bottom line, to this day at 47, with a worldwide campaign to exterminate me, I have no clue what any of it's about. I just know what they started it on at 5 years old with the government flagging and eradication operations, and it all gets traced right back to there and their agendas. We don't like his kind. My father's saying, Kevin has nervous issues, I'm going to eradicate him. Whatever. It doesn't matter, because there's no justification in this profiling and pre-crime, NSA level, billions of government dollars operation to eradicate my existence. Period. So when Anita Perlman is saying you have a problem too, and she's actually meaning it in their crazy literals, because they can't understand contexts of situations, have no clue about reality or anything like that. I don't exactly know what she meant by you have a problem too, but I do know that she kind of started to show her true colors, and then she jumps back. I never said anything. Somewhere down the line, you had a psychotic break and you developed paranoid schizophrenia and you're a violent paranoid schizo. And now she's backtracking from all that shit too. And sorry, Mom, but, my life's just as important as yours. And so the world needs to understand the truth, that none of what the world's been told is lies. And I'm not going to go to jail. I'm not going to willingly go to jail or mental institutions or be killed because I love my family or whatever. My life's just as important as everyone else's, and I deserve the same protections as everyone else on the planet. And in the U.S., we call that the Constitution of the United States of America, which has been ripped away and bypassed from me at 5 years old. Okay, so I don't exactly know what that bullshit, their twins bullshit, their twos bullshit. By the way, they're trying to make their actions look justified by nitpicking my conversations with my private conversations with people or on IRC, to twist and contort them out of context and use them against me to say, well, Kevin made his evil twin jokes from the Twilight Zone episodes. So because Kevin made evil twin jokes on IRC with people, somehow he's a stalking murderer and needs to be killed. Or on IRC, Kevin's typing really fast and he does a number 2 instead of TWO or TO. So therefore, Kevin's committed the 2 crime for imperfect spelling. Well, last I checked, if you're typing on IRC, it's not a college thesis. Nobody cares normally if you don't dot every I and cross every T on IRC, because IRC in general is a fucking joke to begin with, just like most online chat, right? Okay? Nobody takes online chat seriously like if you're the president of the United States up on a pedestal during the time of nuclear war talking about putting your finger on the button. There's a context to situations. If my family's running around saying you didn't, instead of TO or TWO, you did a number 2, we have a worldwide campaign to kill you with the judicial system and government, something's wrong, and I can assure you it's not about my spelling. It's about government kill operations or eradication operations, about something else. So the proper sentence is, what is this really about? Because it sure as shit isn't about me, and it sure as shit isn't about not spelling TO or TWO correctly with a number 2. I can assure you. That's not what this is about. Okay, so there's not a worldwide campaign going, well, Kevin, you're pretending to be crazy because you didn't type 2 correctly on IRC 30 years ago. Okay, well then my rebuttal, which remember I'm not allowed to talk to people or tell anyone, my rebuttal would be, well, how do you know who I am, and why are you mad at me for not typing 2 correctly? Alright? Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, well, we can't talk about that. You're crazy. You need to go in a mental institution. Did I miss something? The entire situation is fraudulent. The entire situation is corrupt. The entire situation is not legit. The entire situation is not kosher. The entire situation all points to the same argument. Some psychotic motherfucker wants me dead, and they will say and do with endless billions of dollars of resources whatever it takes to do it. Okay, so next note, that's the Kevin, you have a problem too tactic. By the way, 422 criminal threat, 2 + 2 = 4. I'm not even going to go into that. There's probably some weird mathematical skull fucking tactic from the judicial system on that one as well. Okay. Your father working some angle with David Greenstein, how he supposedly killed his father. I don't know jack shit about David Greenstein. I've never been friends with David Greenstein. All I know is that when my father wanted to reel me close into his office with Signet and Mike Huntley going, Kevin, Shelley moved out of her office and there's this great office space available for you for really low price on Ventura Boulevard. How can you say no lease agreement. The price is so great that you're not going to say no, being a startup company and trying to do something with your life on a really good office location where my father was jacking in to our hub, our switch, upstairs while his office was downstairs in his office building. I think having Patty Guggen working with Mike Huntley, Patty Guggen working with Mike Huntley, with my father had like, I don't want to go too deep into this. My father had like a satellite office upstairs next door to us, and then his main office was downstairs. Mike Huntley jacked our switch, or hub, or computer switch, computer hub, network hub. My father jacked the internet connection to the place next door so that they could spy on my computer and do demented things to my computer, right? That's a whole other topic which will take me 10 years to talk about, the amount of abuse that Mike Huntley was doing at Signet with Patty Guggen and my father in his office and Adrian Olivares trying to set me up and frame me and make it look like I'm a murderer and all these weird freaky things, also working with Rody Morales. Okay, but just know what my father's intent with Mike Huntley was when my father had Mike Huntley call me at University of Colorado saying, Kevin, you should move back and start a company with me, Signet eServices, internet host provider, which they're trying to cover it up to make it look like I'm a drug dealer with Rody Morales and shit like that, right? Okay, so just kind of understand that. Okay, so while I'm at Signet up there, my father's friends with David Greenstein. And David Greenstein, I can't tell you if this is who David Greenstein is or was, if they're just working some scam and angle, I can't tell you. All I can remember is hearing that David Greenstein was like this evil lawyer, and he had like a service animal, and he would go into companies or like restaurants and try to get people to sue him and then with his law degree, try to sue them for things that set them up and sue them, right? The same things they've been doing to me for 42 years, which is interesting because they're trying to play this guilt by association angle. Well, Kevin, you were in an office where David Greenstein hung out with your father, so therefore you're like David Greenstein. Well, wait. You can't have arguments like that. I'm not friends with David Greenstein. I don't go out with David Greenstein. I don't sue people with David Greenstein. The only possible connection with me and David Greenstein is maybe I've seen him 4 times for a total of 1 minute in my life. That's not justification of you're friends with a sue-happy lawyer and this and that, right? Okay. But my family's doing these freaky things to try to destroy my reputation and credibility to the world. And we will pause here for the annoying sirens. Okay, so the point is, at one point my father tells me that supposedly David Greenstein's father was abusive. And when David Greenstein was a kid, and so David Greenstein had to kill his father in self-defense. I can't fucking tell you if these are just pathological lying from my father, because once again, I don't know David Greenstein. I have no clue who he is, other than a person I've seen a couple times for a few minutes, who I think went in with buying a limo with my father or something. And my father's a pathological liar to begin with, and I've caught him in so many lies about me that most likely everything he said about David Greenstein wasn't true. But what I can tell you is I believe he's trying to play the guilt by association card. Oh, Kevin's always hanging out with David Greenstein because he's up there in his office, and David Greenstein comes around once in a while for a total of 1 minute, and Kevin has spoke with David Greenstein for 30 seconds, therefore Kevin's just like David Greenstein, and it's guilt by association, and he relates to David Greenstein, and Kevin also tried to kill me, Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman. I'm just sort of filling in the what-ifs, because why is my father running around sending Rody Morales after me, stating that I supposedly killed someone with the LAPD? Why is my father with my brother and his friends and the LAPD putting bullet holes in his 300E Mercedes, saying I tried to kill or scare him or something? Now, he's never directly said this, but I've pieced together the events, like my father telling Paul Humphrey to tell me he wants to see my father's 357 in his lockbox, and it not working, right? You get the idea? All these events are all pieced together into something that hasn't directly been said, but there's a planet full of people saying I'm a violent paranoid schizo and I've done something, and then you trace the setup attempts, and then they get really angry. They talk about the setup attempts, and they go, oh, Kevin, you're lying and you're creating fiction. Well, no, I'm not creating fiction. No, I haven't been directly told why this is being done to my life, but it is being done to my life. I have proof it's being done to my life. I have proof of the worldwide anger. I have proof of the worldwide anger and rage against me. I just don't have a direct sentence about what the hell's going on, right? Because they want to leave me in the dark and they want to make it look like I'm a crazy, violent, paranoid schizo. So that's why my father said, I know what I did, but I'm not going to tell you what. Okay, because he wants to try to race and spin my mind and make it look like I suffer from obsession and all this. Obsessional looping, and then a violent, paranoid schizo. It switches to 100,000 different other labels on a daily basis. Okay, so these are the things that need to be talked about. Why do they want to try to lock me in mental institutions with every lie, or jail cells with every lie known to man out of their hate and rage? Okay, so that's kind of David, a quick summary. I don't know David Greenstein, but what I do know is they try to get me close to people, and they go, look, Kevin's crazy because of this. Another tactic they've done, let's say I'm at a Starbucks, being friendly and social, and maybe some guy that's Persian says, maybe we have a 5-minute conversation. I don't know the guy. I have no clue who he is. I'm sitting there working on a laptop. Maybe some guy sparks up a conversation, and he says, I believe in jihad and this and that, but I'm not a terrorist or anything, but this is what I believe in, and I'm very passive. And I say, well, you have the right to believe in whatever you want to believe in, provided you're not out hurting people or committing crimes or this or that. And the conversation will end after 5 minutes, and then people will start coming in, especially Persian groups or black groups, minor Asian groups, going, we're all going to mentally batter Kevin to death and follow him from place to place because he associated with a guy that said he believes in jihad. Okay, well, wait. First of all, I'm not friends with the guy. I'm not in any type of jihad or terrorist groups. I'm not in any type of white supremacist groups or KKK groups. So if I simply had a harmless conversation with some guy, which, by the way, is probably lying to begin with, then nobody's going to care. But they're playing this card, oh, well, because Kevin associated with this guy in jihad, therefore Kevin's a terrorist, and we need to hunt and kill Kevin with worldwide support. Well, once again, that's not associating with some guy. That's a random stranger having a harmless conversation with another random stranger, and that random stranger could be making up and pulling endless bullshit out of his ass to begin with. But what if he's not? Okay, so doesn't that guy have the right to be who he wants to be, provided he's not hurting anyone? Don't I have the right to be who I want to be, provided I'm not hurting anyone? And if who I want to be is a smart IT artistic, I joke around, I call it a nerdist, half artist, half technical guy, because that's who I am, and that's what 3D animation and visual effects is, then who's going to care? Kevin likes photography. Kevin likes painting pictures. Kevin likes drawing and sketching. Kevin likes photography. Kevin likes studio photography. Kevin likes 3D animation. Kevin likes studio photography on green screen with CG backdrops with pretty women. Kevin likes building adult websites. None of these things hurt anyone else, affect anyone else in any way, shape, or form whatsoever, unless they're following you from place to place, going, you do what I tell you, or we kill you. Spying on me. Okay. So, these people's 42-year spy game on Kevin Perlman, which they're trying to, once again, turn around and cover up, is abusive and offensive to me and not anyone else. And if I go out and I do a CG piece of artwork with one of them, everyone got mad because I did this harmless piece of artwork. It was like a devil bottle. It said heathen juice on it with like devil characters or demon characters. Okay, I'm sorry. And people were following me around screaming at the top of their lungs at me while I'm driving down the street, like, you piece of shit, whatever. Like I did something to them? I'm sorry. That is a harmless CG image that 100 million people per day make that nobody could care less about. So, listen, if I create a piece of artwork, it's either I like it, I don't like it, maybe some critique, and that's it. Let it fucking go after that, right? You like it, you don't like it, you'll buy it, you don't like it. Don't sit there and obsess on it how I think I'm the devil and I need to die, right? Okay, this goes from artwork to artwork. Every piece of artwork I've ever created since a young child. You ruined my life because I don't like your artwork. Well, that's strange because I've seen 100 million other artists out there. Not one is having this problem with psychotic murderers following them from place to place since 5 years old. I don't like your artwork. Okay? You understand? Then they try to turn it around. You're baiting me. You're ruining my life with your artwork. Well, I don't fucking know you. And how does my devil heathen juice or 100,000 of other pieces of artwork ruin your life. It's not about you unless you're a violent paranoid schizo, right? Then they'll try to turn around. Kevin's a violent paranoid schizo. Well, wait, what did I do? I just made a piece of artwork, and you don't like it. Okay. So, my point is that they're sending in these people to either these crazies, or I'm pretending to be crazy to try to make Kevin look crazy based on whatever. Based on my artwork, based on any type of harmless joke, based on, hi, how's it going? Oh, you said how's it going to a person? You committed a crime. We have to hunt you down and kill you with worldwide support. Well, that doesn't really make much sense. Okay. You said, hey, now we have to hunt you down and kill you. You said, how's it going? Now we have to hunt you down and kill you. You said, hey, you. Now we have to hunt you down and kill you. You watched this movie 2 times in 1 month. Now we have to hunt you down and kill you. I'm sorry. I don't understand how my private life, whether it be posting jokes on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, my artwork, or anything else, affects anyone else on this planet unless they make it affect themselves with their hate, rage, and obsession, first of all. Second of all, if you don't like my harmless, friendly jokes on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, shouldn't you be following my account? Like, example, if I have 10 Twitter followers, how does it go out to the entire planet where people worldwide are angry at me, right? When I have 10 followers. But shouldn't you not be spying on my account? Example, if I want to listen to Howard Stern because I think he's funny, I turn on the fucking radio and listen to Howard Stern. If I don't want to listen to Howard Stern, I don't turn on the radio. If I'm some obsessed loony and want to see what Howard Stern will say next and hate his guts, well then, that person has got some serious fucking issues. Period. Okay? Because why would you sit there and listen to something you don't like or approve of unless, I'm going to throw in a lesson there, the things that are being done to me are being done to you. Example, almost every person on the planet is told to put things in their conversations directed at me that's from my personal life. Therefore, because they're personal attacks, they try to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo. Example, if I follow a Twitter account, or if I'm watching Fox News with Greg Gutfeld, and yes, this was done with Greg Gutfeld and many others in Fox News, and Greg Gutfeld is mad at the people I'm adding or following or talking to on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And so Greg Gutfeld puts things in his daily shows which are little paranoid schizo spy game tactics. This is fucking Fox News with billions of dollars of backing. If Greg Gutfeld, writer Greg Gutfeld, is doing this in all his shows, labeling all of his shows titles directed at me, especially after the Brian Longbottom, Kevin, let's go to Starbucks, and Kevin, I want you to take a picture of Tia Leone and Martin Sheen, then running around in anger and rage, I ruined Tia Leone and Martin Sheen's life for taking a picture. Okay, first you need to understand these connected events between the entertainment industry and this money that Brian Longbottom, with the insane amounts of money paid off, that put a hit on me basically using psychological warfare tactics, but really it starts at a very young age, so it gets even weirder. Without understanding that background, you're going to say, Kevin, Greg Gutfeld doesn't know you. Well, yes, Greg Gutfeld knows me, and same with the majority of the world. Hence, their operations to try to make it look like I'm a violent paranoid schizo. But back to the point. Today I want to watch the news. So I'm going to turn on Fox News and listen to the latest political events. And then all of a sudden you're watching the commentators, or you're watching Greg Gutfeld, and his show is based around trying to provoke you with passive-aggressive schizo messages and ideas of references sent at me to try to get reactions Hence them sending 14 helicopters to Warner Center Park to try to thug me and intimidate me quiet, but I'm not going to go into that. You get the idea that Greg Gutfeld is investing being paid with billions of dollars to try to trigger me and set me up. Now you really have to ask why and what the fuck's going on. But remember, this starts at 5 years old. So the difference is there's a big, based on context of situation. If you don't like Howard Stern's jokes, don't fucking listen to him. If Howard Stern is actively following you around with people playing the Brian Longbotham Universal Studio Schizo spy game tactic with Wes Craven. No, Wes Craven was Hollyweird, sorry. The spy game tactic, then it's a personal attack. So then you're probably going to be like, what the fuck? I just turned on Greg Gutfeld, and everything in this is him mad at me for everything I do, but it's never directly said, showing some person trying to gaslight you, make you mentally ill, and rid you of the world. Okay, well, if we quickly want to trace the connections between Brian Longbotham, Fox News, Greg Gutfeld, and many others at Fox News, the person that wanted me to watch Fox News so badly was, do you know what that name is? Tom Farley. Yes, Tom Farley, the guy mad at me in 8th grade for thinking Christy Reynolds was cute and being too shy to talk to her. Tom Farley, befriending Tracy Picos, trying to send me references messages in 8th grade about peeking or spying or whatever. Tom Farley, who's involved in so many different things, from saying I'm a white supremacist after kissing a black girl when I was about 8 years old at Sunny Skies Day Camp. Tom Farley saying I think everyone worldwide is stupid. Tom Farley saying that when I was around 8 years old, I speak and saw aliens. Yes, this Tom Farley wanted me to watch Fox News so badly around the time of Obama that he was staging these operations with Fox News and Brian Longbotham. And before I finish this little excerpt, Tom Farley was never directly friends with Brian Longbotham. So now you're going to say, if this 50-year-old man, Kevin's 25 years old, he's friends with a 50-year-old, Brian Longbotham, who was originally my boss at Modern Video Film for visual effects, right? And then he gets fired, and I end up quitting for different reasons, and we become friends. To turn out that Brian Longbotham was paid off to hunt me with some kind of hit, changing hit from thing to thing. Think about that. This 50-year-old man that was my mentor and became my friend and mentor, has zero communication with Tom Farley, or Brian Weaver for that matter, yet they were all told to do the same exact things. Tom Farley starting at around when I was 8 years old, Brian Weaver starting in 8th grade. Okay, think about that. So these aren't these random events from people stalking me from one person sequentially after the next for 42 years are changing from person to person. If you want to use a movie parallel, kind of like the Agent Smiths in the movie The Matrix, where each person just changed into the next stalker to kill you since 5 years old. Now, no. When I use movie parallels, it does not mean I conform to movies. It does not mean I'm a violent paranoid schizo or any type of schizo. I'm simply using a movie analogy to convey a message to the layman that can't understand the intricacies of these stalking operations. Once again, these hate groups or these control freaks will then say, well, Kevin mentioned the movie Matrix, so therefore he's a violent paranoid schizo and he needs to be removed from society, showing their true motive that they're not going to take 1 second to listen to anything on any level. They're not going to take 1 second that if I spend my life feeding the homeless and donating and sheltering the homeless, they don't give a flying fuck. For some reason, They want me dead and gone, no matter how good I am, no matter how perfect I am, starting at 5 years old. Okay, so, let's see, what topic were we on? Yeah, I know, I went on a little tangent, but it needs to be addressed in a non-courtroom, yes or no type of manner, because these are very complex situations. Okay. So all of this leads to Kevin's a public nuisance. Well, why the fuck am I a public nuisance? I'm being mobbed by a planet full of people that want me dead and gone. What's the public nuisance? Well, you know, this person that's following you around, trying to trigger you and set you up, you said something to them like, leave you alone. You're not allowed to talk. You're not to defend yourself. Hey, maybe you handed them a card. Maybe you told them that you have a website. This isn't true. Maybe I put signs on my car, and I have, that says Kevin Perlman Target. Well, hey, you're out driving around with signs on your car, kevinperlmantarget.com. You're a public nuisance. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, how's that a public nuisance? Because I have something to say, even if I'm crazy, I have something, even though I'm not, even if I were to be crazy, and I have something to say, by having the First Amendment freedom of speech, I'm a public nuisance, according to the judicial system. Well, what they're saying is, we're trying to censor your speech. We dictate what you have to say. You're not allowed to be a Scientologist, even though I'm not a Scientologist. You're not allowed to be a Scientologist. You're not allowed to be Jewish. You're not allowed to tell people Judaism is the best thing since sliced bread. Not that I'm born Jewish. I couldn't care less. I'm not a devout Jew or anything. I stopped going to temple after my bar mitzvah at 13. Not because I hate Judaism, but because I'm not an obsessed devout Jew. I'm just a person trying to live his life. You're not allowed to say that 3D animation is the next best technology. You're not allowed to say this bill being passed is complete shit. You're not allowed to say that someone's following you, stalking you, especially in a police station. We censor, according to the judicial system, all public speech and opinion when it comes to Kevin Perlman, and therefore, because Kevin Perlman has something to say, he has signs on his car, Kevin Perlman Target, which is pretty fucking passive. We want to lock you away for the rest of your life, incarcerate you for life, because someone says Kevin is crazy, and he's not allowed to verbalize any aspect of my life or anything that's been done, and we all fucking know it has been done. But even if it wasn't, I still have the right to voice it in a passive manner. Now, the judicial system's mad. They are paying off people to try to make it look like I forced cards on people and things like that. Even some of the video they've seen where I'm brutally attacked with dog attackers and shredded, the LAPD flat out states nothing happened and I tried to force a car on the guy. And of course on the video, I didn't force anything on anyone at all. The guy viciously started verbally working on me. He threatened me. He's threatened me on something like 7 times. You're a snitch, you're dead. Yelling faggot one time. What were the other ones? I can't remember. One was he's going to fuck me up, I think. That was the same time when he had the dog attack me. I'm going to fuck you up. Topanga Division LAPD actually stating, with my lawyer Seymour Amps, that I tried to force a card on the guy, and it's all fucking on video. By the way, this was about 2 years ago, but it's all on video showing I'm simply being hunted. You're a snitch. You're dead. This is all you need to know. Okay. And Detective Shapiro refused, with the video and audio recordings, refused to acknowledge it, saying I'm delusional, even though it's up on my website. Okay, so Kevin is a public nuisance. Once again, I'm confused. I turned 29. I have my own company. I'm getting out of college. I have my own company. I'm 29. Mike Huntley sitting there, Kevin, you're a dead man. We're going to kill you with the judicial system and police. I can't believe what I'm fucking seeing. I'm like in shock. I'm watching worldwide groups attack me in an angry rage. What's going on? You can't really tell anyone because it's so freaky and out there and unheard of, because there's billions of government dollars behind it. And that's it. And they try to play this game while Kevin suffers a psychotic break, even though I have strippers like named Bentley saying you'll get yours, and all sorts of other build-up threats with that situation at 29. You'll get yours. My mother's saying my past caught up with me. You'll get yours from Bentley. Mike Huntley, I've given you enough rope to hang yourself with, and we're using the system against you. That's just off the top of my head. But Kevin's a violent paranoid schizo and had a psychotic break because people don't say things like, you'll get yours, or you're a dead man. Right? Okay, bullshit. Okay? And so, what's it about? Well, they'll throw some lame psychology label on me from 5 years old. It's the stupidest thing that nobody could care less about. Well, you farted wrong. You suffer from the smell disease. Okay, some fucking thing. Okay, so the public nuisance is a silencing scam that they're trying to lock me away with by saying I'm a violent paranoid schizo and have done horrible things to people by simply stating you've been lied to. So they're saying I'm a public nuisance for stating the counter-argument to a worldwide murder and extermination operation or eradication operation to lock me away in jail cells, cages, mental institutions, or try to get me to kill myself or something really bad happened to me, for simply having a counter-argument that all of you have been lied to. That's it. I don't see anything publicly nuisancey. As a matter of fact, it's all within the guidelines of self-defense, which is why Seymour Amster left out the entire self-defense argument, showing he was paid off for my eradication. Okay. So public nuisance, like everything else. Elsie Sandoval sees that I print the cards back about 6 years ago, maybe longer, at my father's office. And so she runs around telling the entire planet, yes, how do they have the capabilities to tell the entire planet, make up lies, that the entire reason I put up KevinPerlmanTarget.com and made cards, the entire reasoning, according to Elsie Sandoval, paid to sit in my father's office and stalk me with Lorena Escobar and 28 others. The entire reasoning, according to Elsie Sandoval, is I've put up KevinPerlmanTarget.com and made cards so I can jam people's windows shut with cards. Is that the stupidest thing you've ever heard? Do you not, let me talk like a lawyer, do you or do you not think that Elsie Sandoval has something to hide, and whatever she's involved in with Mike Huntley playing his little World of Warcraft games up in my office, to send me hidden messages about killing me and shit like that, because that's one of her trigger points, was me talking about that. Do you or do you not think that Elsie Sandoval has something to hide, and whatever it is she has to hide is on par with hunting down and exterminating and killing people without touching them? Right? That would be the question she would be asked on the stand. But yet she's somehow supported by the government and my father in killing me or eradicating my kind since 5 years old. Okay, and yes, I know this dialogue sounds very aggressive, but let's be realistic about a worldwide mental illness operation to try to make someone look like a violent paranoid schizo and lock them away in cages or mental institutions are beyond any level of violent without touching someone known to man with endless worldwide torture and attacks to kill someone or eradicate them. Period. It doesn't matter. There is nothing that says that people are allowed to kill people without touching them. There's nothing that says that. As a matter of fact, I believe the law books say that the crime of murder has to do with premeditative motive and execution and has nothing to do with touching someone or not touching someone. The only thing that has to do with touching someone or not touching someone is the crime of battery. If you touch someone in a violent way, like Bailey Bernard did to me, which the LAPD is trying to cover up, that's a battery, but that has nothing to do with murder. Murder, if someone puts poison in someone's food, they didn't touch them. If someone walked around with some high-pitched device until someone's ears bled, I don't know if that's possible, but let's just say it happened. If someone locked someone in a room and threw in some device with a high-pitched noise so loud that it popped your eardrums, they never touched the person, but they did something horrific or tortured or killed the guy, right? So touch is a scam that the LAPD is trying to make me look crazy or weasel out of what they're involved in. Okay, so everything I've done is in self-defense, and everything I've done has been extremely passive. So when I make cards and I hand them out to people, and Elsie Sandoval says Kevin's trying to jam people's windows shut with cards, and it instantly goes worldwide with billions of government dollars, saying we don't want your cards because we know what you're doing. That doesn't make any sense, right? If you can't see through that, you're like this fucking 5-year-old moronic invalid with zero brain capacity, right? It has nothing to do with people being smart or stupid. It has to do with you being as dumb as a fucking tree stump. And I can assure you, these people aren't as dumb as tree stumps. They're very well aware of the situation. And so now you have to sort of try to get to the bottom of what they've been told to get them to help. Okay, in these profiling, extermination, eradication operations. Clearly, people are being paid off. There's no doubt about it. Dincy definitely paid off. Mike Huntley definitely paid off. Obviously, they're not all paid off, but I think that the ringleaders like Brian Longbottom clearly paid off. Everyone else is just kind of helping. Are there rewards? Like if you are the person that can finally lock Kevin in a jail cell or mental institution since 5 years old, I'll give you $1 million. Very possible. Very possible. These are things I can't tell you. I can't tell you why these worldwide groups are behaving this way towards me since 5 years old. It has nothing to do with eyebrows. It has nothing to do with hair. It has nothing to do with going bald. It has nothing to do with testosterone. It has nothing to do with jokes, funny jokes, off-color jokes, bad jokes. It has nothing to do with sarcasm. It has nothing to do with skateboarding. It has nothing to do with eating steak. It has nothing to do with my father telling me I'm not allowed to leave the dinner table at 8 years old because I didn't eat my liver and onions. It has to do with some kind of government profiling and pre-crime NSA level operations. This 5-year-old, we think he's the next murderer. He has signs of this. We're going to off him. Okay, we're going to end his existence. Period. The rest is noise. But is Kevin a public nuisance for not wanting to be hunted and exterminated or eradicated or locked in some kind of cage or bouncy room? Of course. I deserve to go out and live like the rest of the people, and I've been a really good person my entire life, and the lies that I don't get along or relate to people in society, it's all bullshit. The only problem we're having is when someone's poisoning the well worldwide, it creates chaos and havoc for me, and they're all a public nuisance to me, but that's not how they're going to word things. They're going to turn it all around to cover up their agenda, to have me hunted and eradicated. Okay, so let's see. That was the paid off. Those things are, I guess, neither here nor there because they're questionable things, but it really doesn't get to the bottom of the issue. And when I say here nor there, when I say here nor there, it's not about me obsessively searching for someone, which is one of their bullshit tactics and cover-ups. Okay, oh, okay. Kevin is supposedly wired differently through anxiety. Bull fucking shit. I am not wired differently through anxiety. Some motherfucker who hates me and wants me dead wants to change the way I'm wired to get what they want, which is remove me from society, jail cells, mental institutions, or get me to blow my brains out or die or something like this. Okay? Once again, things are being reversed. I don't follow fucking people around going, micro-analyzing them, going, oh, you over there, you're wired differently. We gotta follow you around and lock you in a mental institution. Hello. If I felt that I needed help and I want to be put in a mental institution, I would call up a fucking mental institution and say, I need help. Someone help me. Okay? People don't walk up and impose their fucking views. Oh, I can't go this way. They don't walk up and impose their views on you and then try to lock you away. They leave you the fuck alone if they don't like you. Period. Right? Okay, so did I miss something here? Did I get off the fucking wrong bus in the Twilight Zone? And, I was gonna make a Twilight Zone joke, but I can't remember the name of the city. It's a Twilight Zone where he gets off the bus or the train, and it turns out he walks off a train in his sleep and dies or something. But I can't remember that. Okay, so anyways, the point is that I don't fucking walk up to people and say you're crazy and you need to be in a mental institution, or you're wired differently and you need to be in a mental institution. Okay, those are angry, bitter, hate people, okay? Nobody does that unless they hate your fucking guts. Period. Okay? If someone doesn't come up to you saying, my life isn't working for me and this is why and blah, 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 then there's going to be a discussion and it's still not about mental institutions. Okay? You get the idea. This entire op is about eradication, hate, rage, and eradication, starting in on a 5-year-old, or, more importantly, Adolf Hitler types of insecurity. Okay? That's all this is really about. Adolf Hitler types of insecurity directed at me at 5 years old. Okay, so let's see, where are we? The Wired, I can't really go too deep into The Wired differently, because it is the stupidest of stupid arguments, and I've never seen a situation in life where people walk up going, yeah, see that guy over there? They're wired differently and we gotta put them in mental institutions. It's pretty much on par with me saying that person's being followed by aliens and we need to protect him. Okay? It doesn't even make any fucking sense. But that is one of the things, the scams. Kevin's wired differently and we need to fix him to death. Kevin's wired differently and we need to fix him to death until he's better. Okay? Well, that's some obsessed loony with a doctor complex following you from place to place, trying to find shit, and then torturing you into perfection, like healthy perfection, right? That's like someone saying, and believe it or not, someone has said, Kevin, you're not allowed to do this because smoking is unhealthy, and so we're going to torture you with negative reinforcement and keep bashing you in the skull with a crowbar every time you do this. Uh-oh. Because I'm wired differently, you're allowed to follow me from place to place, bashing me in the skull with a crowbar every time I do this so that I can have a good, healthy life based on negative reinforcement, which is unheard of, and this is all for me so that I can have a good life. So I have to sit there and stitch up my skull every fucking 10 minutes when someone keeps bashing me in the head with a crowbar. Wouldn't that like make me like smoke like 100,000 cigarettes? Okay, so anyways, and what's the cure? The cure is we lock you in a cage. We lock you in a cage or mental institution because we want you safe from people bashing your skull in with a crowbar because you can't control people. But can't the police just walk up to this mass mobs and say, if you bash Kevin in the head with a crowbar, we're going to arrest you for battery and breaking people's skulls open? Isn't that the common sense reaction, verbal reaction? Hey, groups of people keep bashing my skull in with crowbars. It hurts, and I keep going to the doctors and getting stitches. Well, Kevin, it's not safe for you out there. You suffer from the bleeding, a rare bleeding disorder, and so we want to keep you safe, or we're going to lock you in a mental institution for the rest of your life. Gee, thanks. What a guy. Right? Okay, anyone that answers that question like that, there's a translation. I hate your guts and I want you fucking dead and gone. Okay, and I'm sorry that language sounds aggressive, but these are aggressive situations. Now, the judicial system might say, Kevin's smoking a cigarette and he said the word fuck. Well, that's careless, reckless, aggressive, violent, paranoid, schizo behavior. Wrong. That's human behavior. Every motherfucking human does that, and every motherfucking human talks like this. Okay? If you live in a fantasy bubble, you might, oh golly jeepers. But in reality, people fucking talk like this. Okay? So here it's good. I'm not really starting, I'm just making a point. To the Kevin's not allowed to smoke out there. They're just occasional, once in a while, cigarettes. I'm not getting into a pack a day thing, like one or two a month. But to be honest, it's none of your fucking business anyways. If I want to smoke 100 packs a day, that's my prerogative. Okay, and that is where things are all falling apart by the Kevin is out of control and a danger to himself or other scams with the psychology community and judicial system. Okay, where were we? It's like my notes. Okay, let's see. Wire differently. Okay, on that note, this is important. Damn, the cherry's going out. Okay, my father says to me around maybe 35, 36, after my father hires me to mentally batter me to death with 28 people in his office all day and night, 24/7, for 14 years with worldwide help. Yes, worldwide help. There's no getting away from it. Which the judicial system, all lawyers with David Greenstein and Ryan Golds are all involved in this mass conspiracy. Stopping defense attorneys or any attorney from helping me for some reason. My father says to me on some weird digging angle, or better yet, it's more like a threat. It's not really digging. Example, my father has Lorena ask me if I have violent thoughts to make his eradication look justified. Him eradicating me look justified. So he has Lorraine Escobar on their little Thug Kevin lunches and terrorize me with all restaurant people everywhere worldwide to try to make it look like I'm a violent, paranoid schizo and try to get reactions, which they failed. First, Lorena asked me if I have violent thoughts. So what are they doing? They're trying to mentally batter me to death to try to get me angry, and then ask me if I have violent thoughts to make my eradication look justified. Then my father says to me, Kevin, I don't know how you live like you do. Okay, well, let's break this down. I lived fucking great up until 29. I was going to the gym, doing cardio in the morning. I was lifting weight at nights. I was going four days a week to the gym. At the same time, I had my own company. No, I'm not going to tell you it's $1 million a month company. It was a piece of shit and a joke. But why does everything have to be either this way or that way? Right? Why does everything have to be this way or that way? I'm out in society. I'm social. I'm playing pool. I'm going out doing different things. I'm going to the gym. I'm being healthy. I have my own company. Oh, because you don't have $1 billion company, we need to lock in a mental institution. Wait, did I miss something? Okay. We hit 29. Mike Huntley, you're a dead man. We're using the system against you. My father, you know what you did. My mother, my past caught up with me. Bentley, stripper, you'll get yours. LAPD sending Rody Morales out for me to try to plant trash bags of marijuana in my house. Rody Morales telling the world I've killed someone, which is very strange. Daily News newspaper clippings of Rody Morales working at my gym to supposedly catch a murderer, which was someone else. Rody Morales taking me to strip clubs, working with lawyer Michael Bialis and Victoria Walker, trying to make it look like I stalk strippers and porn stars and things like this. You name it. Billions of dollars invested on me for my eradication. I turned 29. You're a dead man. You'll get yours. We're going to kill you with mental illness tactics. Blah, blah, blah. 100,000 different similar things like this. Mass groups attacking me. Worldwide angry rage after this. My father. Kevin, I don't know how you live like you do. Basically trying to make it look like I'm some crazy, obsessed, tormented guy with like Rambo flashbacks or something, right? Okay? They're probably saying I have flashbacks from Jason Gordon punching me in the stomach when they had Jason Gordon punch me in the stomach when I was in 8th grade. And they're probably saying I have flashbacks from Brian Weaver bullying Ryan Hirsch for 15 minutes, and then both of them going to the principal saying I bullied Ryan Hirsch. At the same exact time, they had Jason Gordon punching me in the stomach saying I'm bullying Jason Gordon. Right? Well, to be honest, I did mouth off to Jason Gordon, but I don't think punching me in the stomach was really warranted or justified. Okay? Because one is a physical attack and one is just me kind of being an asshole at like 8 years old. Okay? Then they're going to jump, well, Kevin, you committed the asshole crime at 8 years old, so that's why we're hunting you to eradicate you. Okay, so, back to the point. My father, Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman, orthopedic surgeon with his secondary Hannibal Lecter psychology degree, which is somehow associated to Castle Creek Air Force Base, where I was born on, is actually trying to inflict these obsessional looping, sending me reference messages to try to make it look like I'm a schizo, and a whole plethora of another 1,000 types of psychological terror, torture, and murder tactics developed with the psychology community. And then they turn around, Kevin, I don't know how you live like you do. Yet, on all my video proof of everything going on every level, it is unfucking disputable. The thousands of people who walk by saying, man, 100 times, hey man, how are you doing, man? What's new, man? In sequence, for years and years straight, not random events, years. And then it's switching to the next thing and the next thing. Then the more aggressive things, like the cars backwards and twos, worldwide. Those ones you can't even debate. How do you even debate that? I have video footage all across Southern California of the car mental illness tactics. Cars backwards in 2s or 3s. How do you explain that? Yeah, I know it's scary to talk about, but that's what's going on. How do you explain it? Okay, witness Brittany Henderson is on video witnessing it, and while she's admitting to it, I see it, there's video of it happening. So she's not just talking. There's video of the stalking events with Brittany verbalizing and pointing out what she sees and admitting that I'm not crazy. Okay? So the point is, what kind of sick fuck walks around trying to make someone mentally ill, then says you suffer from mental illness, now you do what I tell you, or you're a dead man, locked in a cage, or a mental institution. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Not only is that blackmail, but that's execution of attempted murder or something on that level with their blackmail crimes. Okay, this has been going on since 5 years old. Okay, so when my father says, Kevin, I don't know how you live like you do, he's trying to get me to say something that makes it look like I'm crazy, so he looks justified. Just like him telling Lorena to ask me if I have violent thoughts, while taking me out to Claim Jumpers and 100,000 other restaurants and telling all the employees and customers to come in, trying to mentally batter me to death with these schizo attacks, right? These psychological warfare gang stalking attacks. Okay, so let me pause this. I gotta route my GPS here. Okay, back on the road again. See that horrible, evil, out of control monster personality of mine? I'm filled with anger and rage because I say fuck. Okay, so you know that's what the judicial systems are trying to collect every little thing, every little imperfection, right? You said fuck you, you said, hey fucker, what's up? Oh, you suffer from anger and rage. Let's take it all out of context here. Every single nitpick, every single hiccup since 5 years old, and take each and everything out of context. Okay, so to sum up, before I stopped it, because this is important, my father says, I don't know how you think like you do. Bullshit. My father is a psychotic, murdering, stalking psychopath who follows you from place to place, trying to torture you and torment you, and then go, you're crazy, I need to lock you away, with his Hannibal Lecter psychology degree. Okay? That's it. The GPS is not routing. Oh, good, it is routing. Okay. So that's to sum it up. My father, these are 6 psychotic murderers. Hey, I think you're crazy, I'm going to lock you away. Oh, you're not crazy, so now I'm going to try to make you look crazy and lock you away. But what was the agenda all along? I hate your guts, I want to lock you away. Because the bottom line is, let me put myself in my father's shoes. I have a son, Kevin. I hate his guts. I don't accept him. I don't accept that he plays pool. I don't accept that he goes to coffee shops. I don't even accept that he builds adult websites, which some parents could definitely have a problem with that. I don't accept that I sent Rody Morales after him to take him to strip clubs and 3 other people in every state, and he ended up going to some strip clubs, which is like absurd. Why would he care and how would he know? But he doesn't accept it. So now he's got to like off his son, right? Now you can't just, these white collar types, I guess they can't just blow you away with their 357s. They gotta go out saying my son's a horrible public nuisance and he needs to be stopped and he's tormented in the head, and everyone follow him around doing these things to him until we can try to get reactions. Well, they've still failed. They still failed with Terrence Groggins. They still failed with Bailey Bernard, and they had to reverse the charges, and even Seymour Amster intentionally lost the case, and it's all been proven. And not only can I logically from hearsay prove it, but I can factually prove it. I can based on the things I have. Example, if you look at all the proof I have of how I'm stalked, 2 days before, Brian Ushar from Valley Auto Center telling me that Dincy's coming after me, and then me being arrested 2 days later, Seymour intentionally left that out of the trial, and 100 different things like that out of the trial intentionally. Seymour crafted the opening and closing arguments like I'm different and crazy, or different and out there like a space cadet. If you take all the data I have and apply it to the court transcripts, you'll be like, what the fuck, what was this, what did you pay this guy to do? Put bullets in your head, right? Then you can read the appeals documents, and he intentionally leaves out the reversed charges of Terrence Groggins and Bailey Bernard. What kind of fucking sick fuck lawyer takes all your money and your family's money and then and then leaves out the two most important arguments that I'm supposedly violent. Think about that. He's writing in his trial opening and closing arguments that I'm different and crazy, and then he's leaving out the arguments in appeals and a lot of shit in the trial. I'm not going to appeal the fact that 422 criminal threat or the battery charges. I want to make Kevin look like some crazy space cadet that goes out and flips out and kills people or whatever, right? Then you have the thing with Rhodey Morales running around paying off to befriend me with Mike Huntley running around saying I killed people. Hello, did I fucking miss something? Is any of this coming from anywhere? I killed people. Well, is someone dead? Is there a crime spree, or did I just kill people? Because last I checked, if you killed someone, there actually has to be that someone that you killed. Okay? Did I kill a girl because I went out and date and she said, "Give me all your money, buy me a house and a car," and I said, "Fuck you, I'm done with you. I don't want anything to do with you"? Did I kill that girl? Did I kill Stephanie Schuyler when she messaged me on IRC stating, "Kevin, if you want to be my friend, I'm going to treat you like shit"? And I said, "Schuyler, Stephanie, never talk to me, never call me, fuck off, get away from me, whatever," because people don't fucking tell you that. I raised my voice into a mean tone. Now I'm a violent paranoid schizo. I need to be locked away.
Turn right.
Anyways, you get the idea. Nobody would tell you, if some girl says, "If you want to be my friend, I'm going to treat you like shit," and you say, "Stay the fuck away from me,"
Turn right.
nobody's going to hunt you down and try to kill you for that normally. And with worldwide support. And then, did I kill her? Did that statement kill her? Did Schuyler never call me, never text me, never message me again? Did I kill her? Did I ruin her life? Did I commit the asshole crime so I need to be eradicated? Do I not have, what is it my father, Mike Huntley, told me? "Kevin, you are not allowed to defend yourself." Wait, you're paying off people like this Stephanie Schuyler and Latin girls named Stefania working with Victoria Walker at Four Place Strip Club and 100,000 other women doing the same thing. They didn't do anything wrong. Just me. Leave me alone. Oh, you said leave me alone? You forced yourself on me. Did I miss something? Okay, so anyways, the long drawn out point, Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman, Dr. Death with his God complex psychology degree, judgmental murdering personality, because I don't want to be like my family or my hate groups and go from here to there. There are judgmental people. There are assholes, there are douchebags, there's judgmental people, there's nice people. Everyone makes judgments on minute things to big things. It's not about judgments, it's about your actions behind the judgments. If Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman judges me and then tries to kill me, or anyone else for that matter, well, that's what we call murder, and it has nothing to do with judgments. We all do judgments. We all are capable of doing horrible things. People like me have really good self-control, so we don't, because we don't want a lifestyle of shit. And even though I've been a really good person all my life, sometimes it doesn't always work out for you the way you want it, and I'm not going to obsess or be angry about that per se, because shit does happen. But what I am going to say is what's being done in my life is unacceptable and unheard of, and their strategic government flagging and extermination operations with worldwide support. So once again, you're going from here to there, and there's no middle ground, and there's no tangible basis, because what's being done in my life is so unacceptable, and the largest crime in humanity against a single person known to man, and it's really a lot worse, even though it's not mass genocide, than what Adolf Hitler did, because it's based on the same types of people, except it's an entire planet against one person. Think about that. Think about doing that to someone. Unheard of. Okay, and then they're going to try to cover it up. Kevin's a violent paranoid schizo, and we're going to lock him away. He's not getting the help he needs. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Because if Kevin Perlman talks about the truth and reality about his life, we're going to put him in a mental institution. Well, wait. But now you're saying I don't have the First Amendment freedom of speech. Oh, wait. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is we've done these trumped up charges and you're a violent paranoid schizo. But once we jump behind the paperwork bullshit, which I have a million times over to prove, once we jump past the paperwork bullshit, whether I'm crazy or I'm not crazy is not the issue. I have the right to talk. I have the right to tell people what's been done in my life. And crazy is not a crime. And I've never forced my opinion on one person. I couldn't give a shit. The only problem I have is people following me around, taking turns in anger and rage on me and, leave me the fuck alone. No, we won't. And then I get proof of it and then they get angry. Well, wait, you have video footage of people stalking you? How dare you? You took their picture. Because you're crazy. Well, wait, but I have the proof. I don't want to see the proof, but you're crazy. Well, that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. And if I have the proof, then I should be allowed to walk into a police station with the fucking proof, and they should do the job that my tax-paying dollars pay them to protect and serve me. Period. There's no if, then, but. There is no middle ground. Oh, and by the way, the police running around saying, Kevin, we don't have to help you, is a lie. I've had multiple police officers, like Officer Lee from LAPD, say, Kevin, we don't have to help you. I had the information on a USB stick, or assault and battery on a USB jump drive. I tried to hand it to Officer Lee. No, I don't want it. We don't have to help you. Well, yeah, you do have to fucking help me. And then I walk into Topanga Division to the detectives. I was just attacked, blah, blah. No, you weren't. We don't have to help you. Oh, you're trying to force yourself on us? You're trying to force yourself onto the LAP to get you to stop people from hunting you down and killing you? How dare you? Wait, hello? Did I miss something? You're trying to make this my fault by walking in to the fucking LAPD or any other police division and asking for fucking help? You're going to hunt me down and eradicate me for asking for fucking help. Right? Kevin, you're not allowed to defend yourself. Right? Okay. Now, the judicial system's not going to like my talk right now. And they're going to probably try to throw me in jail or mental institutions for simply stating it for how it is. Which tells you more of what you need to know. That I'm being hunted. Because nobody behaves this way. Especially the police. Okay. Now, back to the LAPD. We don't need to help you. Well, there's a term for that. And it's called negligence. Or gross negligence. They saw a crime being committed. They looked the other way. And by the way, Officer Lee, the guy that attacked me, walked by Officer Lee. And I said, that's the guy, even though it was on video. And Officer Lee just ignores it. And then he tries to belittle me and make me look crazy. Well, it's irrelevant if I were to be crazy or not, because people, even more so if you're crazy, people actually go after people there's a lot of insecure people that go after things they don't understand, and so there probably are people that are crazy that people that feel that they're important attack, right? Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? So, the point is that my entire life I've sort of accepted everyone, not everyone, but I've been nice to everyone. I'm nice to everyone. I'm accepting. If I feel like I don't mess with you, I just don't want to be around you, but I'm not a mean person. I'm a very, very nice, polite person. So I can't understand that thing in people's brains where they lash out in anger and rage at anyone that's different. But whatever, I'm not going there. What I'm going to say is that there are a lot of popular people that shit on the underdog or the non-popular people or the people that are different, right? So, is it the police's job? Oh, you're crazy, so I'm not going to help you. No, because then the police are bullying trash, right? Okay. Even more so, the police, if you were to be crazy and you come in with video being attacked, the police should take the fucking video even more so. Okay, so what does that tell you? It tells you that there's a government agenda to remove me from society And Kevin, you're not allowed to defend yourself. Okay, well, this has to come from somewhere. I mean, I can't... Was my father hiring creative writers like Darren Moselle to say I, like, raped and killed women or something? Actually, yes. Yes, that is the case. All these people were involved in these things. I can't tell you the specific on paper what was said, but I can piece together a lot of... from the innuendos and attacks over and over with worldwide support, the types of things that are happening. And then they'll say, well, Kevin, you were never directly said anything. Okay, well, life is not black and white. People don't always tell you their agendas, if that makes sense. Sometimes you have to read in between the lines to figure shit out. And that even applies for dating and sex, for that matter. Okay, let's see. Where was my next topic? How do you live like you do? Yeah, a psychotic murdering father with a god complex that thinks he's a judge, and he's like, Dr. Giggles would be a good analogy for my father, right? Okay, if any of you have seen Dr. Giggles, it's like an 80s or 90s horror movie. Okay, how do you live like you have a problem too, we did that. Father working with David Greenstein, we did that. The public nuisance cover-ups, we did that. I'm the only one who's not a public nuisance. Even with the amount of fucking severe abuse they've done to me, I'm still not a public nuisance. How do you fucking answer that one? Okay? And to them, picking your nose wrong is a public nuisance, or going out to the beach and taking a picture of the sunset, and maybe some people are walking by your camera. So to them, if those people got in your frame or tried to get in your frame, they would say, Kevin, you ruined these people's lives and you're a public nuisance, and we're going to lock you away and incarcerate you for life. Shit that's unheard of, right? That's like saying you blinked wrong and we're going to rid you of the world. It's not about blinking. It's about I hate your fucking guts so you don't talk. You're a snitch, you're dead. We're going to hunt you down and eradicate you for what you know. 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 So I had to make a point. For what I know, like things like Mr. Quigley told to tell me to punch Paul Schaefer in 10th grade, and him failing to try to fucking get me in juvie and shit like that, right? Shit that's unheard of. And I can go through like 100,000 of these fucking things. Okay, so... And sorry for my language. Maybe I'll do like a fuck jar or a dude jar, and every time I say fuck or dude, I'll put 5 cents in it. Okay, and then I'll stop saying fuck, but who really cares, because we're not on commercial television, so really you can say fuck, and nobody gives a shit. Okay, unless you're a hypersensitive psychotic murderer. Okay, I skipped notes, so I'm like... The game, Tactic, and Jason Gordon. I think I sort of started some of this last topic, but I can't remember how much I talked about it. And I think I missed some, although I can't remember what I was saying. Let me just double check my notes, because that's at the end of my notes here. They're pretty short, actually, compared to usual. Just gonna go through the list here. Trying to make me think I did something wrong, to, like, brainwashing me until I'm a bad guy and I deserve what I get. People pretending to be crazy to try to make it look like I relate to them. And guilt by association. So the guilt by association, that's been a big one my whole life. Hey, Rhodey comes in my life and he befriends me, and he's doing all these fucked up things to me. And then the police go around and say, Kevin's Rhodey Morales. How am I Rhodey Morales? Mike Huntley sent after me. Oh, you'll like this one. I forgot all about this one. Mike Huntley sent after me since 14. I think we were friends for like 14 years or something, working on me the whole time with my brother, all his friends, my friends, till the end. He's given me enough rope to hang myself with. I don't know what that means, because I've been a really good person. Because I found out what they're doing with my brother's agenda, how to put Kevin in a how to put Kevin into a mental institution with my brother's, me stopping my brother from bashing Greg Wallace's skull with a crowbar, Greg actually admitting to it recently that the event did occur. So, hey, now you don't have that argument that I'm a liar. Finding out that Greg's actually mad that I didn't help my brother, that I stood up to my brother and I said to his blood is thicker than water speech. And then my brother wanted me to help him with his psychotic bullshit, and me going, no, I don't want any part of your bullshit. And then my brother giving me the threat that he and his friends are going to put me in a mental institution, things like that. Here we are at 47. They're really at the hinge at this point, right? Trying to force me into a mental institution. Finding out that the whole time Greg was kind of in cahoots with Jason to peer pressure me. How do you explain this? Normally, if you save your... I can't tell you if Greg Waugh's life was in danger or not. What I can tell you is I jumped in front of the swinging crowbar, and my brother coming at him. What I would say is, whether his life's in danger or not, your friend would be indebted to you for standing up for him, right? Well, it turns out 30 years later or whatever, Greg's mad at me for talking. That doesn't make sense. Listen, you had a friend, he stood up for you, his life's in the shitter, you're gonna fucking be like, yeah, dude, he was there for me. You're not gonna be like, fucking don't talk, Kevin. Okay, so what that says is Greg's kind of in cahoots with Jason. Now, I don't want to go into the details, but the more that I discuss it, the more you'll understand of things that don't make sense, like Jason saying, I'm going off to University of Colorado and we're dating long term, but Jen can hang out with Greg while I'm at Colorado. But wait, because Greg's a good guy. Now I'm not analyzing the situations back then, but let me tell you, I've never heard a guy say that, first of all. But second of all, how would Jason know that my friend Greg was a good friend? Because Jason never hung out with Greg. They were never friends. So how does he know if Greg's a good guy? Okay, so back to the point. You can see the inconsistencies, right? Okay, so back to the point. The point is that now, because we sent Mike Huntley, originally Jason Perlman's friend, after me to try to keep me silenced about this, if I ever figured it out. My middle name is Michael, which has no relevance or bearing to jack shit at all. So at one point, the police and LAPD were playing this game that I'm schizo.
Turn left.
I'm schizo because my middle name's Michael, and Mike Huntley doesn't really exist. What? What? Hello? What about the corporate paperwork or the photos of Mike Huntley?
Turn left.
That doesn't exist? It doesn't exist? Like Mike Huntley's public records on all those hundred thousands of websites that pulls up people's backgrounds, that doesn't exist? Or did I commit a crime by proving that Mike Huntley exists? Right? Well, the police...
300 feet. Continue straight.
The police and government...
Continue straight.
I hear you. The police and government are going to say, well, Kevin, you suffer from obsession because after we told you that Mike Huntley doesn't really exist, you printed out paperwork from one of those background check websites that says Mike Huntley exists. How dare you? Wait. Hello? I'm not allowed to tell you that Mike Huntley exists or the things being done to me? That's pretty fucking strange. Okay, so you see how every single thing I do, they throw some kind of crazy label on to try to cover up what they're doing to my life. Now, I've never heard of a judicial system that hunts down and tortures and eradicates good, decent people and the innocent, or tries to collect something like, well, when you're 10, you picked your nose, so that guy bashing your skull with a crowbar at 47, he's allowed to do it. Right? And how would they have that information? Well, like, didn't see is arresting me a couple of years ago and asking me about T1 class or Sunny Skies Day Camp because he's mad that I kissed a black girl when I was 8 years old and she was obviously 8 too. I mean, how dare I? Okay, if I'm 47 and some cops hunting me down because I kissed a black girl at 8 years old, not only is that like unheard of, yeah, I mean, there could be a white supremacist out there like that, but that's not what's going on here, right? Okay? They're trying to cover up what they've been doing to my life. Okay, so that was the... Because I let Mike Huntley in my life and he was hunting me down, I'm Mike Huntley. Because Jason Perlman is a psychotic murderer, obsessed, full of rage, and wants his younger brother dead since 5 years old, I'm Jason Perlman. Because Sean Dinsey arrested me, I'm Sean Dinsey. And it's your fault, Kevin, because you got arrested. Wait, I don't see how some paid-off piece of crap cop hunting me down with 100 billion other cops and worldwide support, I'm in control of their actions. So how does the whole thing, well, Kevin, it's your fault because you made them hunt you down and kill you. How does that apply, right? Their arguments don't make sense. But they have the power to do it. That's the point. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. They have the power to do it. These are illegal NSA, FBI operations based on loopholes from the Patriot Act, FISA. There's probably 100,000 other things we don't even fucking know about. And so I'm being hunted. And the reality of the situation is that I'm living proof of what Edward Snowden came forward that the government does. I am a living proof. Okay? Well, Edward Snowden is kind of the genius and the developer of some of these things. I'm not genius like Edward Snowden. I'm just some poor yabo caught in the net. Does that make sense? I was born, I was flagged at 5 by the psychology community and government, rid Kevin of the world. I turned 29, something's very fucking wrong. I put a lot of the puzzle pieces together going back to a young age. They don't want me looking back because they then play the Kevin suffers from obsession card, right? Kevin suffers from obsession card for looking back at his life and going, wait, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Kevin, you're not allowed to look back. And if you use your old noggin here, we're going to dose you up on as much medication until you can stop thinking and put you in a bouncy room. Right? Okay, that's the reality of the situation. Lock this guy away for what he knows. I am living proof of what Edward Snowden came forward about. The government doesn't want me talking. They refuse to leave me alone with these mass terror armies.
They will arrive at your destination.
They play these games about we want Kevin to get help. But what help do I get with your worldwide mobbing operations? And even if your worldwide mobbing operations stop, there's still the whole aspect of I'm known worldwide by people going, I don't know you, and you're my slave. You get the idea, right? That these how do I say this? These tactics designed by the government and psychology community are designed to eradicate. They're designed. Once you find out, you're a dead man, and there's no unfinding out. Okay, the first thing is they want you to find out because they keep doing it more and more with larger and larger groups. So they want you to find out. Then you find out and they say, well, look past it. Well, if people keep throwing rocks at your skull, can you look past it? No. But if people throw rocks at your skull all day and night, 24/7, 100,000 to a million for 20 years, and it stops, you're still not going to look past it. You're going to say, that's fucking unacceptable. Right? Okay, so the point is that what they're asking is impossible and no human being could do it. It defies physics and it defies genetics. And they say, if you don't forget, we're going to put you in a mental institution or jail. Okay. Then what are your choices? you're marked at 5 years old, you're a dead man. There is no in between. There is no out unless people say this is unacceptable. Hence why I do these video blogs on the website, because what's going on is unacceptable. And now remember, psychiatrist Natalie Craw, her little death threats to me were, if you don't take medication, you'll destroy your life. Well, why do I gotta take medication to fix my life? Why don't you just leave me the fuck alone? Why don't you tell me what's going on and leave me the fuck alone? I mean, do I walk up to you and say, let me give you like an analogy. You're not allowed to date women, and if you keep having urges to date, like women, think women are attractive, talk to women, then we're going to put you on medication. And if you don't take your medication, we're going to have people follow you around, try to set you up, make you look like a violent, paranoid schizo, so we can lock you in jail cells or mental institutions. And these things are sanctioned by the government and the psychology community. You're going to say, well, why can't I date women? Everyone I know dates women. Why is it wrong for me to like women? No, well, you know, you have to be gay. Well, I don't want to be gay. I'm not built that way. Genetically, I'm not gay, so I like women. No, you can't do that. If you aren't gay, or we can make it a joking, if you don't eat the cock meat sandwich, we're going to make you look like a violent, paranoid schizo and lock you away. Okay? Think about that. You're going to say, I have to eat the fucking cock meat sandwich? I don't want to eat the fucking cock meat sandwich. Right? Okay? I know it sounds funny because it's from the Harold Kumar movie, but that's the truth. That's what's going on. Okay, I've made the choice. I don't want the fucking cock meat sandwich, right? That's equivalent. I'm being hunted worldwide for not eating the cock meat sandwich or whatever, right? Use that as an analogy based on what's being done to my life since 5 years old. And then you're not allowed to tell anyone. But wait, you have worldwide fucking support, and I can't tell anyone? I can't tell anyone that they've been lied to, that everything you've told them is lies, that I'm a really good fucking person, that this is not justified? It could never be justified. Right? Okay, so, there you go. They want to eradicate me for just knowing and finding out that they've been hunting me to eradicate me. That's the scary truth, the ugly truth. Okay, so where are we? We're just doing our checklist here. You have a problem too. I think I kind of talked about the levels of ratcheting that they've been doing to me since 5 years old. You farted wrong, you blinked wrong, you burped wrong, you breastfed wrong. We're just looking for justifications for your eradication. This would never apply to anyone else in the world. Showing that they have an agenda. How do you live like you do? I went through that one pretty... David Greenstein, my father with his evil lawyer friends, somehow guilt by association because you're in the same office building with your father, who he reeled you in, wanting you to be in Shelley's office after she left, probably then saying I ran Shelley out of her office or something that doesn't make any fucking sense, because they were also saying that after my father told Lorena to hire me, my father was telling the world with Lorena that I'm trying to take over his company. I mean, and I could go into all sorts of specifics with my father's friends. What was that blonde? Debbie Groveman. My father sends his friend Debbie Groveman after me. And she says, I'll pay you to fix my son's computer. And I fix the computer, and then she tells me I should try to get rid of Lorena. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking try to get rid of Lorena. I would never do that, first of all. But what would I have to gain by getting rid of Lorena in a medical office? I'm an IT guy. I do .NET programming. I do SQL programming. I do web development. I do 3D animation and visual effects. I do studio photography. What benefit would I have to get rid of Lorena Escobar from my father's office in a medical office where the doctor is paid to treat patients. Hello? What would I benefit? How would I benefit? Hey, we get rid of the office manager. Oh, and she says when my dad dies or something. When my dad dies, Lorena's going to take over the company and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I should take over the company. No, absolutely not, Debbie. But did it matter? I said absolutely not. No. And then my father runs around, well, Debbie's crazy, but my father's the one paying her off to try to set me up or frame me. The point is, though, let's do a theoretical breakdown based on logic and common sense. Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman gets old and he passes away. Now, Golden State Sports Medical, how is Kevin Perlman going to take over the company when I don't have an MD in medicine? Am I just going to fucking grab a scalpel like Dr. Giggles and start cutting people up here? Hello. There's nothing, even if I was a sick, demented, low-life loser, like my stalkers, you can't logically take over the company anyways. It doesn't make sense. It's a medical firm. Kevin Perlman cannot take over Golden State Sports Medical to see patients without a medical degree. Hello. Okay, but Lorena's running around working these frame job angles, even though on every single one I make the right decision. It never matters because they got to cover up the frame job. So that was just one of these thousands and thousands of things at Golden State Sports Medical with Debbie Groban. Okay, a little tangent there, but I think it's kind of relevant. Okay, now how do you get away from someone that has worldwide support in these operations? That's the biggest question out of all of this, right? Okay, because you can't get away from it. He's got the entire judicial system wired. He has all the private investigators wired. He has all the lawyers wired. I don't know what the dude's involved in. All I know is he does like this work comp medicine, but he's some evil psychopath with a Hannibal Lecter degree. Okay, so, public nuisance. Oh, obviously I'm not the public nuisance. I am being brutally mobbed for 42 years on every level known to man with billions of government dollars. I'm always doing the right thing, and the judicial system gets angrier and angrier no matter how much self-control I show I have. It doesn't matter. I could be fucking Superman times a billion. They're still coming after me while bullets are shooting at me. They just keep coming after me with newer and larger groups for some reason. It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, Mike Huntley being paid off, obviously, right after he gave me his speech that he's going to kill me with the government and police or eradicate me. He just magically moved into a brand new house. I have no proof of where he got the money, but let's be realistic. Okay. So technically, you could probably say that Mike Huntley was paid off to have me killed. Let's be realistic here. I don't even think I really made it to the game tactic, did I, with Jason Gordon? Okay, so let's just kind of briefly... Actually, I'm going to look up an address really quickly because I'm going the wrong way. There we go. And hopefully this will route, because my GPS sometimes freaks out when the camera is connected. Okay, I think we're good on that. Okay, so I don't know. It seems so trivial to me. It's like the fact that I even have to talk about this shit 30 or 40. This is like 40 years ago. That I even have to talk about this shit is so trivial. It's like, why? Why do I even have to talk about this shit that doesn't even matter, right? Okay, so I've probably mentioned this 100,000 times. Jason Gordon. I'm in 8th grade. Robbie Left wants to go to Topanga Canyon Mall. Topanga Plaza Mall. I'm in 8th grade. Robbie left with my brother Jason. Now, my brother Jason is 2 years older. They staged this thing where they have Jason Gordon in my brother Jason Perlman's class come down to Topanga Plaza Mall. Now, Rob left, for some reason, sees him, and he goes off and he's talking about how Jason Gordon's a loser and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, first of all, let's keep this in context. I'm not 47 years. 40 years ago, I wasn't 47 years old. I was maybe 8 to 10 years old. I'm in 8th grade. You do the math. 8th grade. Okay? I'm in 8th grade. I'm a young, underdeveloped child. Okay? You can't hunt down people for farting wrong in 8th grade. And if you are, it's not because they farted. It's about something else.
In 800 feet, turn left.
So Rob Leff is sort of pure pressuring, right? He's playing off the emotions. Jason Gordon's this, Jason Gordon's that. Okay, now first of all, when you talk about bullying, the definition of bullying isn't you mouthed off to someone once in your life. The definition of bullying is like when you watch that movie and every day someone takes your lunch money and beats you up. That's bullying. Okay. So I walk up to Jason Gordon and I do something that's wrong, but it's a kid thing and nobody could give a flying fuck. And I just say something to Jason Gordon like you're a loser. That's it. That is it. I don't think that that's bullying, okay? That's a mean asshole comment on a one-time thing, and that's it. So Jason Gordon flips his lid. Now remember, I'm 47. I have a planet full of people trying to kill me with actual kill operations, with every psychological warfare and murder tactic known to man, and I still haven't done what Jason Gordon did when I was 10 or whatever. So Jason Gordon goes, "Oh, are those fists? Are you going to punch me?" And then he punches me in the stomach. Okay, that's it. It's a done deal. It came and went 40 years ago. What's the big deal? Why is the psychology community and judicial system hunting me with every resource on the planet because I mouthed off to a kid at 8 or 10 years old and he punched me in the stomach? It's over. It was over 40 years ago. What's the problem? Why are they mad at me? Okay, so I think once after that I see...
Turn right onto the ramp.
I think a couple years later I see him at Calabasas High and I mouth off to him. They send Paul Humphrey after me because I'm pissed off that the guy physically attacked me. And I say something to him like, "Now try to punch me." Yeah, that is what I said. Okay, so I'm at Calabasas High. It's 9th or 10th grade. It's about 9th grade. No, it's 10th grade. I see Jason Gordon in the cafeteria. I simply say to him, because at this point I'm on the wrestling team and I'm bigger and I'm stronger.
In 400 feet, turn right.
I'm bigger and I'm stronger. And I say, "Now try to punch me." That's it. That is it. Now my family's trying to play this hate, rage, obsession, anger, violent, paranoid, schizophrenia. But it all comes down to one thing. Kevin, you're not allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to stick up for yourself, being physically attacked, mentally attacked, tell anyone anything negative about your life. That's it. That's it. Okay, now they're playing this game. Well, Kevin, don't play the victim or we're going to lock you in jail cells or mental institutions. I'm sorry. There's no such things as victims out there? Okay. So anyways, they're all cover-up operations. Okay. So, that's it. That's the entire...
Turn right.
Oh, my GPS. That's the entire Jason Gordon incident. There is and a red light runner. And there is absolutely nothing.
In 500 feet, turn left.
There's absolutely nothing out there crazy, different
Turn left.
about that situation with Jason Gordon. I did nothing wrong except call the guy a loser or something at 10 years old, and he punched me in the stomach, and who cares? It's so far gone and over with. So why is the psychology community following me from place to place? You never think about this, you never talk about this, while we try to guilt you about it, saying that you're a horrible, violent, paranoid schizo. Okay, well, now you can put the puzzle pieces together that they were sort of conspiring together to try to make me look like a violent, paranoid schizo, because at the same exact time, once again, we're talking about bullying, but none of these are bullying things, based on what a bully really is. Brian Weaver didn't like Michael Block, and he said he hit Michael Block. I don't know if he did. Brian Weaver didn't like Ryan Hirsch.
Quarter mile. Turn right onto the ramp.
Now, they're also playing a schizo game with the last name Hirsch and chocolate, obviously. Like black people Hirsch. So Kevin Perlman, at 8 years old, Kevin Perlman kisses a black girl at Sunny Skies Day Camp. Tom Farley, my family, run around saying I'm a white supremacist and a violent paranoid schizo for kissing a black girl. Doesn't make any sense. Now, that was like 8 years old. Now, 8th grade comes around. Brian Weaver is told, just like Tom Farley with Tracy Picos, doing those things, Brian Weaver is told to kind of sort of bully Ryan Hirsch for a day. And for like 15 minutes, he treats Ryan Hirsch like shit. And then they both go and say that I bullied Ryan Hirsch.
Turn right onto the ramp.
To the principal. Okay, so you have two events here. One is Kevin being punched in the stomach. One is Kevin being punched in... Yeah, you know, I did initiate it by saying the guy's a loser. But you think... If you call someone a loser, do you think that it's justifiable to beat the shit out of them? Or you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of room for Jason Gordon to come back with a witty comment. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, I made an asshole statement, but Jason Gordon could have came up with a witty comment. You didn't have to punch me in the stomach, hence creating me a couple years later mouthing off, going, you know, now trying to punch me or whatever. That's not a bullying. First of all, saying now try to punch me to someone is not a bullying type of thing. It's like I'm standing up for yourself because I don't want you to fucking punch me again, right? And yeah, sure, you have anger, you have resentment for the guy that punched you in the stomach a couple of years prior. It makes perfect sense, okay? Is it right or wrong? Well, we're talking about 15-year-olds. You understand? If I told you all the shit that did happen in high school and middle school that around me is a million times worse than anything I did. But nobody cares about that. Okay. But the point is that these are normal daily things. These aren't movie scenes, okay? These are normal things. Nobody cares. People don't follow you around. We're going to eradicate you because you're a bully at 8 years old. Or because you kissed a black girl at 8 years old and you're a white supremacist. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not about anything. Okay, so they want to incarcerate me for life for shit that nobody could normally give a fuck about. That happens every day that we speak and talk. And then they say, Kevin, you're not allowed to talk about it or you suffer from obsession. Well, they're creating the problem. Okay, because I never thought about this shit until I found out my mother's running around saying your past caught up with you, and my father's saying you know what you did, and we're going to lock you in maximum security prison, and things like that, are creating the entire problem because they won't fucking tell me what their obsessed anger and rage is really about while they hunt me down to eradicate me. Okay, so So where are we? Jason Baum. Oh, Ryan Hirsch. So that's it. Did absolutely nothing to Ryan Hirsch. They're using the name references to try to create schizophrenia. There's a lot more things based on movies and media that they were doing. I'm not talking about that here at a young age. Like, when my family got mad at me for thinking Christy Reynolds was cute, my mother was working on with my brother on angles with the movie Creep Show and the character Reynolds in Creep Show, because Christy Reynolds' name is Christy Reynolds and the character Reynolds around the same time period. And then my brother told to keep showing me horror movies to try to make me look crazy. You get the idea. Ryan Hirsch, chocolate, black people. Kevin's a white supremacist because he kissed a black girl at Sunny Skies Day Camp at 8 years old. And one of the students there's father was in the band Devo, and Devo played, and Devo plays Whip It Good. Therefore, Kevin must be a white supremacist because Devo played Whip It Good at Sunny Skies Day Camp around this time period. But wait, Whip It Good isn't a racial song. Whip It Good is about, it's not about racism. It's about whips and cowboys, like cattle. Okay, but anyways, I guess if you're the stupidest of stupid, like if you're the dumbest tree stump out there, then you're not going to be able to differentiate between a song called Whip It Good and slavery. But that's like me saying, you bought a Volt, so you've electrocuted 100 people with electric chairs. And you're going to say, what the fuck are you talking about, Kevin? What the fuck does the car Volt have to do with electric chairs? Right? Same thing. What the fuck does Devo have to do with slavery? Or Whip It Good have to do with slavery? Okay? Hello? Wake the fuck up. What is this really about? It sure shit isn't about me being crazy, because I just explained the fucking situation. Okay. So where are we? Ryan Hirsch. These are all trivial situations. Let's say I bullied Ryan Hirsch for 15 minutes, and let's say I punched Jason Gordon in the stomach and not the other way around. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 40 years ago, for argument's sake, Kevin did that. Do you really think that the government and judicial system and Anita Perlman and Ron Perlman and Jason Perlman are going to run around going, Kevin's the bad seed, look what he did to Jason Gordon 40 years ago? I mean, give me a fucking break, right? So, you know, we don't really need to talk about the movie Ted and Flash Gordon or anything like that, if you know where I'm going with that, and I'm sure you do. But I'm gonna kind of end this here. I just sort of wanted to go down a bunch of random notes. I always do these random notes. The judicial system gets really mad about this. Kevin, you can't have diary entries. You can't have video blogs about your life. My mother runs around making up every lie with the rest of my family about me, and then she calls me a fucking liar. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, these people. It's the same thing with them. It's like, we're going to rid you of the world, you're a liar. We're going to rid you of the world, you're a liar. Look, I have proof. I don't see the proof. It's right there on fucking video. I don't see it. Are you fucking on fucking like 100,000 Xanax at once or something? Because it's fucking right there in the video. I don't see it. You're a liar, Kevin. It's on fucking video. I don't see it. You're a liar. Okay. Well, you can't really, if someone can't, how does it go? A picture's worth 1,000 words? You know, people lie, but video and photos don't. Period. And especially with enough of them. And so this entire thing with the judicial system is, Kevin, you don't talk or we eradicate you. But you sort of have to understand how it got to this point, because I wasn't sitting here obsessed with my past. I was out living my life at 29. I was out with my own company. I was out socially. They want to leave all this crap out of the court and judicial system, trying to make it look like I'm some crazy obsessed man who can't move on with his life. My family's running around and they're like playing this game. Like, Kevin, one or two people in your neighborhood are mad at you and there's nothing else going on. Bull fucking shit. They're trying to make it look like my mind races and spins and this and that. To try to do what? To try to control the truth coming out? Well, let me tell you that people don't do this shit to people. Okay? What's being done to my life is unfucking acceptable. I don't fucking care. So locking me away in jail and mental institutions for finding out that I'm literally being hunted by worldwide support is unacceptable. Now, do I suffer from obsession or moving on or post-traumatic stress? And is it? Of course fucking not. Of course not. They're just using psychological labels as weapons to dictate people's lives on a form of psychological warfare with endless judicial and government and police resources with the psychology community on unheard of things that are so disturbing that they don't want the truth coming out, showing that I am living proof of what Edward Snowden came forward about, and I am proof that what Edward Snowden came forward about is not only disturbing enough, but what's being done to my life is a whole new level of disturbing, and it's almost like childhood kill operations. Okay? I bought a dog. I don't like the dog. I'm going to put the dog down. It's kind of similar to what my family's trying to do to me, because people don't walk around dropping at 29, like Mike Huntley, dropping notes, paperwork on people's little death threat messages on people's desks. Oh, we're just trying to control you with mental illness tactics. Well, there's no such fucking thing as controlling people with mental illness tactics. There's just making people mentally ill and doing hurt, harm, maim, torture, kill to them with psychological gaslighting warfare with enough people, right? There's no such thing as controlling people by inflicting pain. You might as well say that I'm allowed to shove a cattle prod up your ass every 5 minutes, and I'm not doing anything to hurt you. It's just about me controlling you. Hello? Where does this control thing even come from? I don't know, but for some reason, my family's mad at me for playing games on my brother's Atari 800 at 8 years old, like Leisure Suit Larry or a little helicopter game where you shoot, I don't remember, you fly. These were very simple games. Or going to the Topanga Plaza arcade and playing Galaga and Space Invaders, Asteroids, Galaga, Pong, Street Fighter, the very early days of video games. They're mad at me for those things, okay? Who gets mad at people for those things? Who gets mad at people for going to arcades and cashing in $5 and getting quarters and going to Topanga Plaza Mall or wherever arcade and putting quarters in machines? Who cares? Right? Anyways, I'll end it here, but the point I'm making is that the level of trivial pursuit here against Kevin Perlman is like disturbing. It's like, you're hunting me down for playing video games. You're hunting me down for listening to music. You're hunting me down for watching movies. You're hunting me down for any piece of artwork ever created. You're hunting me down for calling a girl a bitch or something. You're hunting me down for telling Skylar, Stephanie, never call me, never fucking message me after her telling me, Kevin, if you want to be my friend, I'm going to treat you like shit, and we're going to skull fuck you with the police and government and have you killed. It wasn't directly said like that, but that's what she was working on with the police and government. And then poor Skylar, I've supposedly done all these things to her, like everyone else on the planet. Did absolutely nothing to this person, but not give her what she wanted. Some guy to love her, date her, buy her a house and cars or whatever. Okay? She didn't get what she wanted. So killing me with the police and government is her agenda, but this isn't one psychotic murderer with billions of government dollars. It's every person I've ever had contact with since 5 years old, while my brother makes his little Psychos movies to put me in, while Darren Moselle holds up a knife to my throat saying, let's make Kevin the 5th member of the Bee Gees or something like that. No, I didn't run around with post-traumatic stress going, Dan Moselle needs to die. Or I never even fucking thought about any of this shit until turning 29 with Mike Huntley, you're a fucking dead man. My mother saying my past caught up with me. My father saying I know what I did. And 100 other similar things like that at 29. And then them backtracking when they couldn't get coerced false confessions. Kevin, you're crazy and you had a psychotic break and you need to die and be locked away. With all sorts of threats from people like Adrian Olivares showing me visual threats with the movie Quills and things like that. And then they try to turn around if I say, let's go to a movie. Look what Kevin did to me. Okay, so everything's turned around on me. This is the way it's been since 5 years old. These psychological warfare and info operations have been dialed in since 5 years old to ratchet down, torture, and kill with psychological warfare operations, or lock people away in cages or mental institutions for absolutely no reason at all, based on government flagging and targeting. That is it. That is it. If someone wants to have an actual realistic argument based on logic, fact, specifics, I'd love to hear it. But the reason none of my accusers ever want to talk about specifics or situations is because the story will always come out the same based on facts, evidence, or my actions that I didn't fucking do anything wrong. So they always leave out the argument. Example, in the courtroom, why did they leave out the argument that this started at 29 when I had my own company, went to University of Colorado, worked for Universal Studios, worked for Modern Video Film, worked for 3D animation firms in Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, with David Hare, Wild Hair. Why is that all left out of the context or the argument? The argument isn't Kevin's a crazy space cadet who walks around skipping and frolicking and humming Fly Me to the Moon while trying to jump into the gravity-less air. The reality of the fucking situation is I had my own fucking company. I went to University of Colorado. I studied a split major of a BFA in art and for electronic media with a background in computer science, which I actually kind of sucked with computer science. And I think, like I said to Susan Donner, the devil's in the details, and her argument by making up lies to try to make me look crazy, saying, no, it's the angels in the details. Her argument, Dr. Susan Donner, criminal and murderer, psychiatrist, Dr. Susan Donner's belief system is you shouldn't know the specifics, you should just throw hate labels on people. Okay, well, that's what's fucking going on, because no one, especially with a psychology degree, or anyone who's in the psychology community, who's legit and not a quack, will tell you, peel an onion, people's lives are very complex, don't judge a book by its cover, and 100,000 other sayings like this, making the point that you can't fucking know anyone by the color of the skin, whether they shaved, what hat they're wearing, if they're wearing a watch, if they have arm hair, if they're wearing straggly clothes, if they're wearing a Armani suit. That does not define you. Those labels and that clothing does not define you. Who you are defines you, and what's being done to my life defines them, period. The end. So when my family's running around with their vague labels, Kevin, you're a criminal.
800 feet. You will arrive at your destination.
Kevin, you're a criminal. Why am I a criminal? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're a liar. What have I lied about? I can't answer the question. Kevin, your past caught up with you. You know what you did. What did I do? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're a womanizer. Who have I womanized? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're a thief. Who have I stole from? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're violent. I'm violent. Okay, what have I done? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're paranoid. Why am I paranoid? I can't answer the question. I can kind of sort of answer the question. At 29, you changed. Okay, but Mike Huntley said these things happen. Brody Morales came in my life trying to plant trash bags full of marijuana in my house with the police. All these other things happen. I don't know about that. You're paranoid. Wait, so you're not interested in the facts? Kevin, you're schizo. Why am I a schizo? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you suffer from anxiety. Why do I suffer? How do I suffer from anxiety? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you have post-traumatic stress syndrome. How do I have post-traumatic stress syndrome? I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're an asshole. How am I an asshole? What have I done? Kevin, I can't answer the question. Kevin, you're abusive and force yourself on people. How have I done that? I can't answer the question, but although we did get to the desperation point of making up lies that you supposedly tried to force cards on people, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. That's the only thing. How does one force a card on someone? Think about that. First of all, is there a crime for forcing cards on people? Is there the force card on people crime? Right? I mean, let's think about this. What does it take to force a card on someone? Well, I can tell you what's been done to me, but there's no forcing card on people crime. Girl in Starbucks. I hand out a card to a girl in Starbucks. She takes it. She takes it willingly, and then she starts asking me questions like, so what's been done to you, blah, blah, blah. And then once I mention the name Sean Dinsey, and I think this is the same girl who was calling me a dirty Jew and things like this, following me around a car. I'm not 100% sure on that. Once she realizes that I can factually and logically explain the situation, not crazy vague bullshit like they do to me. Once she sees that, she gets mad and she says, I don't want your fucking card and you're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of put my hands like whatever, you know, you do, throw it away, do whatever, I don't care. And she starts throwing her body up against mine, right? She's throwing her body up against mine. I'm like this. And, she's trying to force the cards in my pocket and weird things like that. I'm just like, she's jumping at me. She's already assault and batteried me. Finally, she gets really angry and she slaps me. Of course, half of this is on video, but even if you were to get the Starbucks videos, you would see her blatantly attacking me. And my guess is LAPD probably has the videos and they're trying to suppress it and hide it. So now, the judicial system's going to say, well, you're passing out cards and they don't like it. Well, they're attacking me. They keep fucking attacking me, and I wouldn't have to pass out the cards saying you've been lied to if they would stop attacking me. But more importantly than this, that's not forcing anything on someone. Example. Kevin, I don't like you because you have blonde hair. So you're forcing yourself on me by walking in the same public room. Well, you know, I don't have blonde hair, but let's say I had blonde hair. Your response would be, well, I have blonde hair, and that's just the way it is, and you don't have to fucking talk to me, and you can go live your life. But if you keep lashing out in anger and rage at me because I have blonde hair, eventually I'm going to have to do something to state, look, these people won't stop attacking me because I have blonde hair, right? Because this is worldwide. World fucking wide. Okay. So now, you have to, in self-defense, look, you've been lied to. The government's lying to you. These people are lying to you. None of this is true. Because they're not coming after me for something like blonde hair. They're coming after me based on lies that I've raped women or whatever. Okay. Whatever lies they're making up on the hour, right? Okay, so how do you deal with that? You can't just sit there and ignore it or you're a dead man. And eventually your reaction might be to punch someone if you're sitting there like trying not to react while people keep punching you or attacking you, right? Okay, so anyways, The judicial system's going to sit there and go, well, Kevin's crazy, so he's violent. He has these thoughts that don't exist, and so he's violent and crazy. We need to remove him from society, and that's the point. That's the operation. To try to make someone look crazy to remove them from society. Okay, so, now, once again, just for the record, there's nothing I've done to anyone. I've simply given out information about my life saying this is who I am and you've been lied to. On this worldwide mobbing. 42-year world, exponentially growing 42-year worldwide mobbing. All I've done is give out the truth. That I have done nothing, I'm a good person. These are the things done to me. They're liars. Period. A counter-argument in self-defense. A counter-argument in self-defense. I have the fucking verbal right from the First Amendment in self-defense to state you've been lied to. Period. This is not a situation I should even be in or have to deal with it, and every motherfucker on this planet should be saying this is wrong. Period. Okay. By the way, this cable in the way is probably a crime. Okay. That's it. That is it. This is not my fault. I should be out living my life. I should be out thriving. Yes, I am a target. Yes, I am a victim. I'm not going to go, oh, I'm a victim. But I'm a victim. Let's be fucking realistic, okay? When my mother's saying don't play victim or people will make fun of you, this is not a situation. Are Jews that have survived concentration camps victims of Adolf Hitler's crimes, or are they not? It's that fucking simple. Are they or are they not? Yes, they are. We will all agree. Holocaust survivors are victims. They're victims, they're survivors. Does their life end at that point? No. They suck it up, they pull their shit back together, and they go out and live their lives. But they are victims. You can't cover this up. You can't polish a fucking turd. You can try to polish a turd 100 billion different ways. A turd is still a turd. Meaning that yes, I am a victim of a horrific, unspeakable crime. Period. It's not anything that anyone would ever get mad about. They would get mad at the people that did it. Normally. Okay, so on that thought, that is why they're trying to cover this up and lock me away and eradicate my existence. Now, I can't imagine why any of these fucking people would be mad at me for turning 29, finding out there's a worldwide campaign to exterminate me or eradicate me or lock me in jail cells or mental institutions, trying to cover it up by making me look crazy and pretend that up until 29 of my life never happened. That I'm just walking around talking to aliens all day. Hello, I went to fucking University of Colorado. Okay? I took Pascal programming. I don't even remember the damn classes I took. Aside from the art classes, I took discrete data structures, Pascal programming, Fortran programming, the Cheeseball general courses, philosophy, yeah, as if you're going to do something in life with philosophy, psychology 101, I even took a criminology class at Southern Oregon State College that people are mad at me about. Like, how dare you take a general course of criminology 101? Why are you mad at me? They offered the fucking class. I took one of them. Your math courses, which I sucked at. The English requirements. Whatever, right? Okay? If I'm walking around talking to aliens all day, you think I'm in fucking University of Colorado or Southern Oregon State College taking courses? Oh, electronic media, 3D animation shit, although back then they didn't have much 3D animation in colleges because the technology was so expensive, so I learned it on my own. Whatever. What the fuck ever. They have no argument. They're saying I was off at Southern Oregon State College and University of Colorado hanging out with imaginary aliens. Is that what they're trying to claim? You can't leave that shit out of the argument. That is the argument. Who is Kevin? No, not who is John Galt. Who is Kevin? Kevin's the guy right in fucking front of you that you keep making up lies. It doesn't exist. That's who Kevin is. He's the guy that he's always been, right fucking in front of you. I've proven myself 100 billion times over for 42 years. Anyone that says anything negative is a lying piece of shit. Period. I can't prove myself any better than I always have. I've been a really good fucking person. Okay? So what's going on here? Because the only argument I've heard is when you were 5 years old, you threw some mud in the street, and you accidentally hit a car driving by on Tiara Street in Woodland Hills, and that's it. You are fucking gone. You are done with. You are eradicated. Nothing else matters. Well, I've never heard of a situation where a fucking 5 years old who has no behavioral or cognitive abilities at that age is being hunted and killed for throwing some fucking mud in the street in a little pail, playing in the little guttery area. I don't know what you call it. Okay, you have the street. You have where the water goes down the side of the street, the rain gutters. And I have a sandbox of mud and water. And I'm building some, who knows, a sandcastle or something. I can't tell you. My memory is pretty good, but it's not that good. And I'm done, so I have the pail of water and mud. I throw it in the street. It hits a car. It hits a car. 5 years old. Okay? It hits a car. The mud and water hits a car. Guy gets out saying something or yelling, I'm not sure. I freak the shit out. I'm 5 years old. I'm crying. I run in the house crying, in tears. Guy scared the shit out of me. That's it. My family's running around. Kevin's a violent, paranoid schizo and needs to be locked away or eradicated. Okay, I'm about to end this, but let's break this down. A 5-year-old, he doesn't have cognitive abilities, if that's the right terminology. His behaviors aren't developed. 5 years old. What were you doing at 5 years old? Sucking on some titties, or sucking on a little mouth thing, or you have what are those things called? The little mouth thingy? You're sucking on a little mouth thing. Okay? Are they trying to say at 5 years old I had the cognitive abilities of John Nash or something? Okay, 5 fucking years old. You don't know fucking shit from Shinola. You don't know anything. All you know is look at the little mud shapies. Okay? 5 years old. Kevin throws some mud in some street, hits a car. Kevin runs and scared. Our son's the bad seed. We have an evil 5-year-old. He's breathing fire and has red eyes. I think, I'm just sort of role acting here from my family's standpoint. I think my son's the bad seed because I think he saw that car coming down the street and evilly and intentionally threw the mud on the car. And I think he then pretended to cry with his Hollywood acting skills at 5 years old to trick us and make us think that Kevin wants to set some guy up and frame him in his car and lock him away with his innate 5-year-old evil tendencies of Satan. I mean, seriously, think about this. I know you could do like a fucking comedy off this. Like the things I'm saying are so absurd, it would make a great fucking comedy, right? But this is really happening. They're mad at me saying I'm the bad seed, and somehow my mother, who watched 1946 The Bad Seed with my father, thinks the fucking bad seed is real, and they think I'm fucking Rhoda from The Bad Seed. Well, I think in The Bad Seed, Rhoda was more like 10 years old or something, but still. A 5-year-old playing with mud in the street is so evil. Okay, does this sound just completely fucking absurd? A 5-year-old is so evil. Did he supposedly threw mud on a car to try to cause accidents and then say the guy's chasing him? A 5-year-old. Okay, do you or do you not think this family has some serious fucking thought process issues? If they can't understand that a 5-year-old is not capable of anything like that, period, unless the 5-year-old is, what's that cartoon, the something guy, or there's a cartoon where there's a baby and he's like a fucking genius with perfect speaking skills. The Family Guy, right? The Family Guy, the baby and the Family Guy. Unless I'm like the baby and the Family Guy, which is fiction, it's not real, the show isn't real. Unless it's a cartoon, it's not real. Unless I'm like the baby and the Family Guy, an evil John Nash baby at 5 years old on Tiara Street, trying to cause accidents by throwing mud in the street. I mean, let's be fucking realistic here. And what if I was 5 years old and did get some urge to fucking throw some mud in the street or on a car? I mean, all these scenarios are the same. Even if their lies are true, you still wouldn't give a shit. You'd be like, okay, move on. Let it go. We moved on. We've moved on from 5 years old. He's now 6. Okay? He's 6 and he's 6 and he's swinging on the swings in his little special classes correctly, and he's 8 and he's 8, he's showing affection by kissing a black girl, and he's 10 and I don't know, where the fuck was I in 10? I don't know. He's 10 and everything's great. No, we're stuck on 5 years old because he's the baby and the Family Guy, and he's a brilliant, evil genius who throws mud, tries to cause accidents at 5 years old. He likes to cause accidents at 5 years old with his evil Satan thought process at 5 years old because he's superly developed and brilliant like the baby and the Family Guy. I mean, you're like, fucking let it go already. Move on. Fucking deal with fucking reality here. What kind of fucking family are you? Did you watch The Bad Seed and you think it's fucking real here? Okay, so from 1946, and by the way, I was born in 72. So if you want to understand the people from that have watched 1946 movies, well, they're a lot older than me, let me tell you. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sum it up here, because the absurdity, like everything else, is that Kevin's the bad seed because of this 5-year-old throwing some pale mud in the street, and there's a worldwide campaign saying, Kevin, you're a brilliant devil child, like Lex Luthor. I'm sorry. Those fuckers have watched too many movies. That's all I can say. And they watch the fucking Family Guy and they think the cartoon is real or something. Because if you're stating that I'm an evil devil child for throwing some mud in the street and hitting a car, then I have to say that fucker is a danger to myself and others, or his self, others, and me, because you don't see me running around with these absurd fucking notions of just stupid moronic things that don't make any fucking sense, okay? And when you have weird psychopaths like Connie Raya in my father's office going, people who are factual and logical are crazy and need to be locked away, well, she's involved in something huge with my father. Okay, so anyways, as she states that she wants to put her brother in a mental institution because he's too factual and logical. Well, first of all, even though I'm about to end this, first of all, I am factual and logical, but I'm also very artistic, okay? So if I can do the art I do, the photography, and I'm also factual and logical, I think what that really says is I'm a well-rounded person that uses his left and right brain together like sane, rational human beings. Not that people really talk like this anyways, but you get the idea. Okay, so once again, all of this starts at 5 years old. The psychology community, my family with their psychology degrees, pure insanity, people that aren't well-grounded, that are just fucked in the head, and they sort of take out their insecurities, anger, rage on their child, and they kind of want to cover this whole thing up, but it's way too late for that, because you can't cover it up, and shit just keeps getting worse and worse the more it's covered up, right? Okay, so it can't be covered up. The truth must come out. I am telling you the truth. The judicial system and psychology community want to eradicate me for talking about the truth. They've left me no choice in self-defense. There is no forget about it. There's no forget about it here. It's worldwide. Every person I'm in contact with worldwide. There is no forget about it. There's just the truth. And when I have to associate and relate and deal with people, those people have to be honest about the situation so that I can have a good life. And until someone can even try to tell me why I'm not allowed to have any type of life or a good life, then I'm willing to sort of start to listen to that. But the bottom line is their argument better start at the beginning and not the cover-up attempts at the end. Okay? It better start at 5, 8, 10. High school, Mr. Quigley told me to punch students and failing. All that shit. Not the bullshit cover-up operations from the judicial system, filing bullshit paperwork, trying to check me into mental institutions to get paperwork against me, fabricated charges about Terrence Scroggins, fabricated charges about Bailey Bernard, fabricated 42 years of lies to the world. It better fucking start from the beginning and ravel out to the end, and not start at the end and say, you're crazy because you supposedly did this. Bullshit. Okay, so I will end this there. Until next video blog.